That's it. And then y'all talk about the women in the Bible. What is the strongest thing outside of God in the Bible above man or anything else? What is the strongest thing? Do y'all know? A woman.
Yeah.
A woman.
Yeah.
A woman.
Yeah.
A woman.
Yeah.
So shut up with that bullshit. When you go in the first Ezra, stop. When you go in the first Ezra, the 3rd chapter, it says the only thing stronger on the planet is than a woman is the Most High. So when y'all saying that, y'all like to cherry pick 2 or 3 scriptures where it talks about. I'm to be done in a second. Y'all like to cherry pick 2 or 3 scriptures when it talks about how bad a woman is. When a woman can be bad, a man can be bad. But the scriptures say a virtuous woman her price is above rubies. So you can't pick and choose and cherry pick what you want to do to fit your argument. We give one thing I love about that Bible, it gives the whole spectrum. It don't just talk about the goodness of either of us, male, female. Israel is one of the most destructive forces in the Bible, and that's our records.
Shalom, Yasharala Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh. Bahasham Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Racha Kodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of the Tabernacles of David. All right, this is going to be a response to the video that's been floating around from, what's his name, Captain to Zariak, all right, about some, pretty much, it was just say statements that he made, all right, regarding women, okay, which is basically bugged out, all right. It's pretty much he knows that I mean, I'm not calling him a simp, but that's some simp activity, all right. You know, and this is what he was referring to, because we just played the video. This is what he was referring to. This is First Ezra chapter 4, verse 14, and it reads, "O ye men," and this is, and if you go back to the 3rd chapter, you get the whole account from where it began. You know, and so on and so forth. But we're just going to grab this point right here. And First Ezra, the 4th chapter, it says, "O ye men," verse 14, "O ye men, it is not the great king, nor the multitude of men, neither is it wine that excelleth. Who is it then that ruleth them, or hath the lordship over them? Are they not women?" Okay, and this is where he wanted to draw his point from using this one scripture and just completely forgetting about everything else that's in, you know, other scriptures, all right? Matter of fact, if you read down, let's read down a couple more. It says, "Women have borne the king and all the people that bear rule by sea and land. Even of them came they, and they nourished them up that planted the vineyards from whence the wine cometh. These also make garments for men. These bring glory unto men, and without women cannot men be." All right, and that's dealing with the birth. Okay, because every man is brought into this world through the womb of a woman, but who holds life? The man holds life in his seed, you see? So it says, "These also make garments for men. These bring glory unto men, and without women cannot men be. Yea, and if men have gathered together gold and silver, or any other goodly thing, do they not love a woman which is comely in favor and beauty?" And yes, because we're men, we love our women, okay? We love women. All right. But there's a, you know, and we have a desire for our women, but there's levels to that desire. All right. Because you can, you know, like I said, it's a natural thing. All right. For a woman to desire a man and a man to desire a woman. All right. But you going taking it a step further, a extra step that you don't need to be taking. All right. When you going, you know, it's like when a man is you know, pleases women and making his woman happy, and she should be doing, you know, the same thing for you, pleasing you, making you happy. But when you're doing these things for her and she's not doing it for you, and you're sticking around with her, well, then you're just being a simp, because you're doing more for this woman than she's doing for you. And the woman was created to be the helper. All right. And that's not to put any female down, right? It's not to put any woman down, but it's just that's the order in the way that the Lord made things, right? That woman was made to be the helper. And what he also said, what did he say? Something about, he said, well, I think he said like outside of God or something, like whatever he was saying. Basically, he ruled out every man on the planet, every Israelite man. And if you think about it, he even ruled out Yahweh Shah. All right. Is he not a man? So you just said, and that's that same Queen of Heaven, spirit worship, like, in Jeremiah 44, right? Baking cakes to the Queen of Heaven. All right. And talking about, how we, matter of fact, let's pull it up real quick. All right, let me pull this up real quick. Let's go to Jeremiah. Let's see if I can find my verse here. Jeremiah 44. All right, because that queen of heaven worship, that's an old simp spirit. But granted now, this was women. All right, so let me see if I can find my point verse. I know it's in here somewhere. Just bear with me a second, because I want to make a point here, and I believe it's in Jeremiah 44. Here it is. Yep, Jeremiah 44. Let's start at 17. All right, listen to this. Jeremiah 44:17 says, "But we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings, and our princes, in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then had we plenty of victuals," which is, pretty much food or whatever, "and were well, and saw no evil." This is what they were saying. This is not what really was. This is what they believed, that pouring out, drink offerings and whatever else, to the Queen of heaven, they were being well taken care of. That's false, all right? Because we know the Lord is in control of all things. But anyways, let's continue reading and make the point. Verse 18 says, "But since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have been wanted all things." All right, you see what I mean? They thought when they stopped doing these things, this is why they lacked, and this is why this was happening, whatever. All right, this is foolishness. "And to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things, and have been consumed by the sword and by the famine." This is the point right here I want to get to. It says, "And when we burn incense to the Queen of heaven, and poured out drink offerings unto her, did we make her cakes to worship her? Did we make her cakes to worship her, and pour out drink offerings unto her without our men?" You see, this is their mindset. His mindset is the same thing as theirs, all right? We did this without our men. You see, that's why I wanted to bring it up. But this is saying, which not saying it was just the women, because it was the men too, all right, with this queen of heaven worship, But that's the same spirit, he's pretty much speaking in a simp spirit, all right? And I'm, like I said, I'm not putting women down, but he's boasting in women. What about Yahweh Shem Yahushua? You just totally skipped over Yahushua, because you said above men, right? Outside of God, right? Well, that includes Yahushua. Yahushua is the reason why you even know truth. You see? But, and that's a beautiful one. Let me grab this. Matter of fact, let me grab another. Let me see. I had it over here. Yeah, I had it over here. But we grabbed it in the other Bible. All right, so let me go. All right, here we go. Because look, check this out. All right. Genesis chapter 3. All right, let me find that verse. Like 15 and 16. Here it is, 16. Genesis 3:16, dealing with the woman, right? "Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee." All right. And what does it say for? Wait, hold on. That's my, let me get the interlinear. All right. So let's pull this up real quick. "And thou shalt," let me see. We might can get desire too. Let's see what desire says. We're not trying to make this lesson long. I just want to make a couple points. Desire, longing, craving. You see? Of a woman for a man. What else does it say? All right, going to something else. But let's get, where is it? Rule over thee, all right? Mashal. Okay, what does it say? To rule, have dominion, reign. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? Excuse me. That's not what the scriptures say, man. It said, when this is way back in Genesis, man. It says that their desire shall be to their husband. He shall rule over thee. To what? To have dominion. To reign. To exercise dominion. We don't know where he's getting this from, but it's sure not the scriptures. He pulled that first Ezra's, chapter 4, like a rabbit out the hat, man. But he just disregarded, other scriptures in the Bible, like this one. Here's another one. Let's grab this real quick, just to make a quick point before we get our other verses. Isaiah 4:1. "And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man." All right, it's talking about the days we're coming into. In that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Now, if it was the woman above the man, why didn't it say that in this day, in that day, 7 men will take hold of one woman? Because that's confusion. You can have 7 different men from 7 different tribes of the 12 tribes of Israel, and one Israelite woman, regardless of which 12 tribes we're from. And that's going to be confusing because now you have 7 different Israelite families. But if you have one man and 7 women, doesn't really matter what tribe that man is from over the 12 tribes. Man, you can have 7 women of 7 different tribes. Hell, it could be heathen women, okay? And they're all going to still be one family because that man is the head of all those households, and all those women are his. So that's confusion. Why isn't it the other way around? Because it's confusion, and it's not the order that the Lord set. Okay. So let's grab this next verse. We're going to grab right here. Let me see. 1 Timothy 2. All right, 1 Timothy 2:11. It says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. All right, to usurp. All right. What did we just read in Genesis 3:15? The man shall rule over her. He shall have dominion over her. The man is the woman's Lord. Okay. The woman was created for the man's purpose, if you want to go right back to Genesis. He said it's not good for man to be alone. So he gave Adam Eve. All right. That's just the order that the Lord set up. All right. Let's read a couple more, because since we mentioned it. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Isn't that not the same thing we just picked out from Genesis 3? What was it? Verse 16, I believe. You see? For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. You see, it's not that the woman's just worthless, so she means nothing. Our women are very important, okay? But they are not above the man. They are most definitely not above the man, all right? And the women who are coming back to the household of faith, they understand that. The worldly women have a different mindset. Captain Tazariak obviously has a different mindset, all right? This is 1 Corinthians 11:3. It's our last verse. It says, but I would have you know that the head of every man is the Messiah, which is Yahushua, and the head of the woman is the man, because she's not to usurp authority over her. The man is to reign over her, just like Yahushua reigns over us and the Lord reigns over all. You see, that's called order. I would have you know that the head of every man is the Messiah, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of the Messiah is God the highest himself, Yahweh. That's the order that the Lord made. You see? So we don't know what the cap. Matter of fact, we'll end with this. We'll end with a question. Let's end it with a question, man. So, Cap. All right. So if the woman is pretty much, you know, I guess as you're saying, she's second to God or whatever. I don't know how you put it. Whatever. So if she's pretty much above the man, then why don't you allow a woman to run your ministry? And we'll wait and see it happen, because it probably won't happen. So, Lord willing, you will edify to next time. I'm going to say shalom.